welcome back to my YouTube channel. So this video is just going to be kind of a paper flower tutorial for beginners, and it's just my way of how I do my paper flowers, because I know a lot of us are still in that beginning point and we're like, okay, where do we start? Or a lot of you haven't went ahead and jumped onto that train yet. You know, the paper flower is a very popular thing. Everybody's making all their Cricuts right now, and you are just like, I want to do it. So this video is just kind of showing you how to do it, what you will need. So you will need a glue gun. So I'm warming that up right now. I've seen lots of people use glue dots or tape, or whatever you can find to glue it together. You're going to need a tool, and I bought this tool at Hobby Lobby and it was $9.99, and it's really cool because it has like a little slot in the middle where you could just slide your paper, and this rotates, so you don't have to like actually be turning your hand. You just rotate this little tool and it starts rolling your paper. Or you could use a paper clip. I've seen people do that, use paper clips. They've come up with very unique ideas to make their own tools. I started with a bobby pin, but I really wanted an actual tool, because with my bobby pin, when it was time to glue all my stuff together, the whole thing would unroll. So I bought a tool, and I really like this tool. I definitely recommend this from Hobby Lobby. I will be adding which flower I'm going to use from Design Space. I will screen record what I'm going to do in Design Space. It's really not much. I don't need big flowers. I'm going to use light cardstock from Walmart, and it comes with all these different colors. I'm going to use blue. I'm going to use my green mat. You can use your green mat or your light grip mat, just because I see that this one, sometimes the paper sticks to my green mat. But it's, I have this mat in the purple mat, which is strong grip, and I don't think that would work with paper. So you're going to just put your cardstock on your green mat. Turn on shade, it's on. Remember to change your dial. So the last thing I was doing was vinyl, and that's what it was on. So I'm going to switch it to light cardstock, because my cardstock is not very thick. It's pretty light. If you have thick cardstock, just do cardstock. But since I have light, I'm just going to do light. So I'm going to get everything ready, because so when I go into Design Space and click Make It, all I'm going to do is click my button, because my settings are there. And I'm going to insert my mat. So everything will be ready for Design Space. So let's go into Design Space. Now we will go into Design Space. You can make this bigger or shrink it. Or you can double it as well. I'm going to keep this small because I only want to replace my old project, and this looks a little bit too big, so I'm gonna go back and shrink it a little bit more. This looks perfect. So then we would click Make It. It takes a little while. So there we go, and I already have everything loaded, and now all I'm going to do is click my blinking button and start. Finished everything in Design Space. Your Cricut light will be blinking, and we will go ahead and click that to start our project here, and it will start cutting. If it wants to start, there we go. That your cut is done, your unload mat button will be blinking, so we'll just go ahead and click that and get our mat. So now let me move to take our cardstock off of our mat here, and our flower will be there in the middle. I think this is one of the easiest flowers that beginners can do, in my opinion. At first it can be kind of hard, but once you get the hang of it, you're like, oh, nice. So there's what I'm going to use as my flower. And I'll take this off because this is just scratches. Now, put our mat somewhere without my crafting mess. So now we have our little flowers, and we're going to use our little tool, and we have our gun here. So let me just get here ready to show you. So we're going to grab our little flower from. So let's see how this goes. Okay, so always grab your little flower from the outside over here, not the inside. So grab here, this outside. And here's my little slot. So see what I mean about this tool? It has a little slot and you can just turn. So we're going to start turning in. And you can do as tight as you want to do. So you're just gonna keep on rolling and rolling and rolling until you get to the end. So here's what it's looking like. Okay, after you are done rolling and rolling and rolling, this is kind of what your flower will look like. This is where you would put your glue here at the bottom. So we can go ahead and do that right now. So me, when I'm done rolling my flower, I kind of just let it go and blossom out into like this little tiny flower. You don't have to let it go and let it blossom if you don't want. If you want to keep it tight, then you know, it's just your own preference. A lot of people have been putting these into shadow boxes. I was just making a sign for my craft room, and my son broke all of my flowers. So I'm just going to put a little dot here in the middle. And we're going to just press it down. Wait. And there's your little flower. So let's start on the other one. Again, always start from the outside, not the inside. Outside here. And just going to... So like I said, if you have not jumped onto the paper flower making train, I suggest you do. It's pretty addicting. I was not really interested in doing it just because I am also pretty new to the Cricut family. So I was doing a lot of vinyl, a lot of shirts and stuff like that. But then I saw everybody doing this and I thought, well, let me give it a try. How it will be when you finish. It's a very tight flower. If you want to keep it like that, then you can just go ahead and put your... So I was saying it will be this tight. So what I do next, because I do not want it this tight, I want it kind of free like this. So I'm going to just let it go and let it blossom into another, you know, flower like this. I'm going to grab my glue again, put it right under here. Okay, and there's my two little flowers. I'm going to make some red ones for my room. See how that turns out. That's basically it for my tutorial for beginners. Paper flower for